And I'm gonna approach every day the same, no matter what's going on. I'm here to win games and to go out and compete each and every day. And we got a lot of guys in the room right now that are going to breed a lot of competition and at our linebacker position and help us become a better defense. So I'm really excited. Just get back to work. The past couple of weeks we've been doing all these virtual meetings and everything like that. So it's been pretty fun, man. It's been pretty exciting to just interact with everybody via this, Zoom meeting and whatnot and do all that stuff. But, I mean, fifth year option situation is what it is. But like I said, I'm going to keep coming to work every day and, pushing myself and pushing the guys around me to be the best we can be.
And just to follow up real quickly, are you fully recovered from the injuries from last year and you feel like you can take a step forward in year 4 the same way you did from year 1 to year 2?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Most definitely. I'm fully recovered, and, I just got to continue to work on my game and in the mental aspect right now, take full advantage of the opportunity that we have in front of us. I mean, it's different what we're doing right now, but, just being able to still log on to the iPad, still watch the film and still, spend that allotted time with our coaches and everything like that via the Zoom meetings. It's an ideal situation. It's not the most ideal situation, but we're making it work. We're making it work the best we can.
Thank you.
Kyle Meinke.
Jarrad, thanks for your time. They brought in Ragland's, Jelani's back. I'm just curious how you foresee your role changing next year.
It's really hard for me to predict, honestly, but like I said, man, I just go in there and I just do what I do, man. I watch the film, I take the coaching points, and I step out on the field wherever they put me. It doesn't really – I really can't predict it, I just got to go out and make sure I do my job every single day.
You're a fiery guy, Jarrad, but does bringing in guys who play your position, is that extra motivation for you? I mean, do you channel that? Is that a chip on your shoulder? I mean, does that play in at all for you or going forward or not?
Nah, I wouldn't say it produces a chip. I just think it produces excitement, man. I mean, it's just one of those things, like, you have to have, as an athlete, as a competitor, you have to have great guys around you to bring out the best in you. You know what I mean? I feel like it's hard to compare to other things, but you don't really know what you're made of until you really get put into a situation when you got to bring everything out. So, I mean, I feel like this is similar. It's competition. These are guys that are very, very highly touted linebackers, and I've been watching them for a long time in the NFL. And I'm honestly excited to have them in the room with me. I mean, we're going to be bouncing ideas. We've been bouncing ideas off each other already, seeing what each other knows and, just continuing. And we're also continuing to just develop relationships with each other, man. I mean, it's an exciting group to be a part of.
Mike Rothstein.
Yeah, hey, Jarrad, thanks for doing this. I kind of want to follow up on O'Hara's question a little bit in that, did you anticipate that your option wouldn't get picked up, or did you think that it was going to get picked up, and were you surprised kind of at how that went?
I mean, to be honest, I really didn't even, I knew the time was coming, but I really didn't know. I really wasn't even aware of, the deadline was even coming around, I've been so focused on just trying to get back in the building and work out with the guys and, just trying to make the best out of this time that we're in right now. So, honestly, I wasn't even aware of it until literally, the day of. So, I mean, it's one of those things that it can be detrimental or it can be a positive, but I'm not really focused on it, I'm really just focused on getting better and being a great teammate with the guys that are around me.
And just a little bit of a different question. What have you been doing during quarantine? What's you're posting stuff on Instagram or whatever, but what is your routine been like? Have you picked up any hobbies or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I make sure I train every day, about 4 days a week, and just taking care of my body the best way I can. Not a lot of access to massage therapists and other physical therapists out there, but I make sure I do everything I can that I know about to make sure my body stays in tip-top shape. And, I mean, I like to watch movies. That's what I like to do on the regular anyways. I mean, I'm more of a homebody anyway, so this quarantine hasn't really shook me too much. It's mostly what I do on the regular. So I go outside for walks and I come back in, watch a movie, and just hang out for a little bit. That's it.
Corey Petrie.
Hey, JD. Obviously, we're in such unique circumstances where we're doing this press conference online. You guys are doing your meetings on video conference. What is that like? How do those meetings work? Is it the whole time with your whole roster? Are you doing individual stuff with your position groups? And what do you get out of those online video meetings?
I mean, it's a mixture of all those things. We have the whole team. We have position. We have defense, special teams. We do everything. The coaches have really done a great job at figuring out how this thing works and, getting into us as players and making sure that we understand where we need to be and when we need to be there, and just kind of carrying it just like a regular day in the building would be. It's really cool just to be able to get on here and interact and, crack jokes with the guys and also still be locked in and make sure we're learning the new material. So it's been exciting, and it's been a transition, been something totally different, but it's been a good experience this far.
Justin?
Hey, Jarrad, outside of the team setup, are you doing anything individually to connect with the new guys, with Jamie, Elijah, Reggie, just to kind of help bring them along in the early understanding of what you guys are doing here schematically?
Yeah, I mean, mostly I've just been reaching out to those guys, just trying to get to know them, you know what I'm saying? Like taking that time to just, hey, man, I ain't got nothing going on. What you up to type stuff. Not really talking a lot of ball right now because we're doing a lot of that in the meetings, on the Zoom meetings, and we're kind of getting force-fed a lot of information. So if they have any questions, I'm always there for them for sure. But I want to reach out to those guys and get to know them more than anything right now as people. It's who they are. So we can create that bond as teammates versus, just throwing all this information out at them.
Larry Lage?
Have you thought about what it will be like if you have to play without fans in the stands? And would you have a problem with playing if they don't think it's safe for fans to be in the stands, but it's safe for 22 grown men to, go after each other?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be totally different with no fans. I mean, I think the fan experience is one that is respected across the board, and no matter where you go. Having fans in the stands definitely creates an electric environment, and it's one of those things that helps bring the best out of players. As professional athletes, though, we practice a lot. We do a lot of work, and when we get into those heightened what is it? I mean, those tough environments, those crunch time places in games, the best comes out every time. So, I mean, fans and no fans, we're going to compete no matter what. But I don't know. I got mixed emotions about the whole deal, so I don't really want to go too deep into it. But either way, I want to play ball.
Ben Raven?
Hey, JD, appreciate the time. Just curious about, how you feel about the offseason additions. I mean, these are players that have played and, not only have the experience under Patricia, but have the success, the Deron Harmons, the Jamie Collins, the Danny Sheltons of the world. How important is that, joining somebody like yourself going into year 3 in this defense? How important is that not only in a normal season, but kind of with these unprecedented offseason, not on the field together or anything like that? How important is that going to be?
Yeah, I think it's huge, man. I mean, individually, I think I can learn a lot from these guys to help me develop as a player. And as a collective unit, man, it's going to make us a lot better. These guys are these guys who have been in the system for sure. They're going to come in. They're going to know different tricks and trades that are going to help us, speed this thing up and make us a more efficient defense. And then there's just so much talent that they bring to the table as well, just as football players. So I'm just really excited, man. Really excited to just get in the building with those guys and continue the development that we've started through these Zoom calls.
Nick Burkett? Dave, I think you're muted.
All right, got you now. Sorry about that. Good to see you, Jarrad. Hope you're doing well. 2 real quick follow-ups. First, you just said you have mixed emotions, about playing with fans, coming back. What are the emotions, I guess, that you're juggling?
It's not really about the fans. It's more so just about this whole quarantine deal. I feel like I respect it. There are people out there who are definitely struggling with this virus, and then there are people who are struggling with being in lockdown. You know, it's putting a lot of stress and strain on people throughout the city of Detroit and across America. So, but you have to be safe. So it's just, you know, there's mixed emotions in both ways. You know, I respect the illness itself. It's something that's very, very dangerous to a lot of people, and something that is dangerous to the livelihoods of a lot of people. So it just goes both ways. I think that's where the mixed emotions are. Fans or no fans, I'm excited to play football. That's my biggest take on it.
Gotcha. With Corona, do you know anyone that's been impacted personally by the disease? And I don't know if so, can you share how it's impacted you?
I've heard stories. That's why I was like, it's just so dangerous. You know, like it's one of those things where it's real. You know, it's extremely real. But I don't know. Like I've heard stories of people who have gone in on a Monday and were gone on the Wednesday. You know, they were gone. They passed away from it. So I what's it called? I respect it for what it is, but it's just like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of waiting. You know, I feel like a lot of people are, and I'm kind of in that boat now.
Just to be clear, are those people that were close to you, like friends or family that
No, I think they're like just people that, you know, my mom might have known some people, or, you know, my like a couple of friends I have in Detroit, they've known some people who have passed away from it. So it's just like, man, it's pretty tough. It's pretty
All right.
tough.
Thank you.
All right, we'll do three more: Jen Hammond, Matt Derry, and Mike Stone.
Hey, JD, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. We just talked to Stafford, and he said that he's got a workout facility that he built kind of, you know, put together in his garage, and also he can go down the street and he can throw. How much tougher is it for a linebacker to kind of hone your physical craft when you don't have someone? It's not as easy as throwing a ball to someone and playing catch or that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. I think there's a different way of going about it. I think our staff watches a ton of film, so, you know, I kind of do similar things as him. Like I watch a lot of film, and I go out on the field and I do a couple of drills to make sure that, you know, I'm still moving pretty well. I'm feeling good, doing what I need to do. But it like you said, it's always tough every offseason for a linebacker, and, you know, this one's no different, especially with the quarantine rules. So just making sure that I can get to a place and, you know, spend enough time somewhere where I can really, you know, work and you know, develop those areas that I'm weak in. I think that's the most challenging part. I feel like this is no different from any other offseason in the sense of what I need to do, you know, figuring out what exactly I need to do. So I watch a lot of film. I go do field drills. I make sure I weight train every day, and my training process hasn't been too bad. Like it's almost kind of been a breeze. I think the quarantine in a weird way has helped me focus even more, you know, because it makes you lock in.
Matt Derry.
Hey, Jarrad, 3 years in now, and obviously we talked about the option not being picked up and all that. What do you need to work on the most, and can you put kind of a letter grade on how you think you played in the first 3 years?
It's really hard to put a grade on it. The things I still need to solidify, definitely I need to continue to get better in the run game. You can always improve in that area, and I have the talent to be a good coverage linebacker, but I just haven't been able to show. I haven't been able to show exactly what I can do in that area yet, whether it be from just overthinking or just trying to do too much. You know, I haven't really been the best I can truly be in that position. So those are the two biggest areas I need to continue to work on, and I can always develop my leadership skills. You know, just being able to take that next step and just being that true guy that people can look to, and you know, just be an all-around just leader for our team.
Okay, Stoney, last question.
Jarrad, you have a new defensive coordinator. Early impressions on Corey, and the fact is that sometimes a coordinator, when it's the coach's defense, is this still Patricia's defense, or is Corey going to actually have a lot of input here?
I think it's really hard to tell for the second question, but it's kind of too early to tell for the second question. And I mean, I'm not really in the coaches meeting, so I can't really honestly give you a solid answer on that. But what I will tell you about him as a person and what I like about him is, he brings a lot of energy to the meeting room, and he's a great guy, man. He's an awesome guy. He reaches out to us a lot as players individually, and he makes sure that, we're doing good and that we're focused and that he knows that, he cares about us. So I really appreciate him doing stuff like that and, just spending his time. Like, he's with his family. We're all with our families every day, but, he's making sure that he's building that connection from afar via, whatever means he has to let us know that he cares about us. And as a coach, the more you let your players know that you care about them, the better and the harder we're going to play for you. So everybody across the board has been doing that in our defensive group and especially in our offensive group as well. I mean, coaches have been doing a good job at, not just staying on their side of the ball and just expressing, hey, man, we care about you guys. We hope you're doing good. Just always checking on us and making sure that we're in a good place during this, different time. So Corey's a great guy, man, and I'm excited to get in the building with him and get, more hands-on with these things that, we're focusing on this season.